Hello students, good morning to all. Myself Devaraja Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Pondicherry College of Engineering. My subject code is CE8391 Construction Material. Today in this class I am going to discuss about finishing and curing of concrete which are the final steps in the manufacture of concrete. So finishing can be done by three methods, that is screeding, then screeding, floating, proveling, and these are the main important steps. Sometimes grooming is also added. So screeding means striking of the process. That is, screeding removes the excess concrete and fills in the low spots in the forms. So striking of the excess concrete is said to be screeding. So brings the surface of the concrete even with the top edge of the forms. So what we have to do is we have to place a board across the edge of the form and we have to make front and back forth movement can be done. So with the help of the done method, it can be spread uniformly throughout the span. So screeding tools and equipment. So a plank will be used. There is a plank is of size 2 inch into 4 inch, 2 inch into 6 inch plank will be used for this purpose. As well as power screed is also used for large jobs. This power screed is used. Next one is the floating process. So finishing by floating. The floating process brings the fine aggregates and cement paste to the surface which allows for further finishing. So it also embeds the coarse aggregate just below the surface. So here the filling voids are left by the second screed board. So first floating is done by this method. After that what happens is second screed board is taken and leveling will be taken place. Sometimes a hand float is also used by holding the float on the surface and swinging it in a sweeping arc. Very light pressure is applied. So these are the equipments for concrete float. So concrete float is also float will be made up of concrete, wood, aluminium, or magnesium. So this consists of this float consists of a rectangular base of wood or metal with a handle attached. The edges of the base is all chamfered. This is all they just will be chamfered. Hand floats are used mostly for small jobs and outside edges. Next, bull float is also used. So this is the type of the bull float. It has a rectangular wooden board for a base approximately 3 to 4 feet long. Then next step is the brooming process. So in brooming process, the brooming is used if rough finish is record than floating. So it is done after the second floating operation. So it is if the surface is rough to make excellent it is especially good for outside areas which become sick from rainy weather or whether it's a constant use of water which is a milking bomb. So what happens is the brooming is done after the floating process. It is used if a rougher finish is required than floating. Then traveling. So traveling means it produces a smooth hot surface. Since this action brings the cement paste to the surface, so it is done immediately after floating when the surface is semi-hot. So this brooming process is sometimes only required. That is, if we want to need a rough surface than that process, then only that brooming will be done. So this after the sometimes directly the traveling process will be done. So traveling produces smooth hot surface since the action brings the cement paste to the surface. It is done immediately after floating when the surface is semi-hot. A travel surface allows for easy cleanup and is ideal for sanitary condition. So however, it is extremely slippery when wet. It is completed with a steel hand trowel. It is done with the help of the trowel this is not trowel with the hand trowel, which is a rectangular piece of sheet metal with a handle attached. So sorry, this is the trowel. So with the width of this hand trowel, they will be doing the finishes. For the first troweling, hold the trowel flat against the surface and make sweeping arcs back and forth in movement. So this also with the power trowel also there. With the help of the power trowel also the trowel will be done. Next step is the curing process. So curing process is the process, is a very important process. It is for keeping the concrete damp for required number of days in order to enable the concrete to gain more strength. So after completing all these processes only it will gain strength. So to keep the concrete in a damp condition, that is wet condition, for required number of days to acquire the strength is known as curing. So in this curing process, what happens is the concrete absorbs the necessary water for its complete chemical action to reach its required strength. So if it is improperly cured, the strength will not be gained. So it is the last step in the concrete project. So this influences the durability, strength, water tightness, wear resistance to freezing and thawing conditions. So in cold weather conditions, the concrete should be cured for at least 14 days. So this in for Portland cement, if you are using Portland cement, the curing period is about 7 to 14 days. If rapid hardening cement is used, the curing period can be considerably reduced. So mostly this curing period of curing is depend upon the type of cement, atmospheric conditions, that is the temperature, humidity, wind velocity, etc. So why we want to cure this concrete? So to gain strength and to improve the durability, serviceability, as well as the microstructure of the concrete. So right time to cure concrete is once the concrete is placed and within the 30 minutes the initial setting time takes place. After 24 hours after final setting, that is after 10 hours after final setting, curing is required as per selected practice. So curing of concrete cube samples. We have to in the lab we have to cure the concrete samples like in this manner or not in this manner. Types of curing are there. So first one is the ponding method. So this is the ponding method. So concrete for flat surface such as pavements, sidewalks and slabs can be cured by ponding. Ponding is just they will construct the sand with the help of the sand or with the help of the concrete. They will construct this like type of pond type of structure and they sprinkle the water. So this is undesirable if the concrete will be exposed to early freezing. So sprinkling is an excellent method of curing. So if it is done at intervals, care must be taken to prevent the concrete from drying the application of water. So when a fine spray of water is continuously applied, the possibility of grazing or cracking due to alternate cycles of wetting and drying can be minimized. So they will sprinkle the water. So there is a sprinkling water for curing. This is sprinkling. By this method only they sprinkles. Then automatic sprinkler method is also there. Bed covering. So bed covering means they will just by the help of the cotton mats, burlaps or any moisture retaining fabrics or essentials used. There is some sacks will be used for covering. For what they will using is bed coverings of earth or sand are effective for curing too. So just they then moist straw they also used moist earth with the help of anything they will cover the concrete and the to what the main aim is to import the dampness to keep the concrete in damp condition. So curing with the Hessian cloth. See, this is they are curing the concrete with the Hessian cloth. So this is with the treated burlap. So they are treating with burlap. This is a type of material. So next one is sealing the concrete surface may be done by means of waterproof papers with the help of waterproof papers, plastic sheets, then a liquid membrane forming compounds and foams left in place. So the main important advantage of this group of method is that periodic additions of water are not required. So here what they do is they do this by the membrane curing. Some membrane forming compounds are sprayed on the surface or polythene sheet they will be using. Then steam curing, so is can be used to advantage for early strength gain in concrete. So if you want to strength gain in earlier days, steam curing is required. So the steam curing is mostly used in cold weather concrete places. There are two methods of steam curing is there. There is curing in lime steam at atmospheric pressure and curing in high pressure steam autoclaves. So autoclaves means this is used in labs for small manufactured units. This is for atmospheric pressure. This is for casting place structures as well as manufacturing the precast units. Precast means units means nothing but we will casting the concrete or that is slabs in whatever maybe we are casting in the manufacturing unit and we are transporting to the site. So that is called precast unit. So for that purpose, this type of steam curing is will be, we need this type of steam curing. So steam curing methods, that is steam curing cycle consists of initial delay, a period for increasing temperature. Then water-based concrete curing compound. So water-based concrete curing compound is formulated from this hydrocarbon resins. What means this curing compound is added. That is formulated from resins and may be used on interior, exterior, vertical and horizontal concrete surfaces. Once applied, it forms a liquid membrane that retains an optimum amount of water present in freshly placed concrete to allow complete hydration of the cement. Just add this compound. So just they will be adding the compound. So because of this compound, it will retain the dampness that it requires. Because this method is costly, so only we are using common methods. So common method for constructing the buildings, that is the ordinary house will be of, they will be using ponding method only in small structures for houses. So this is all about the manufacture of concrete. So this is the final steps in the manufacture of concrete, that is finishing of concrete and curing of concrete. There are the manufacturing of concrete, the process of manufacturing of concrete are, first one is the batching of concrete, second one mixing, and the next third one is the transporting, and fourth one is the compaction, and the fourth one is the placing and compaction and finishing and curing of concrete. So this is all about manufacture of concrete. Thank you.